But I think for anyone to come out here, actually fly or drive around, have a look at the environment, see what it's really all about. I think it gives you a new appreciation in what the Outback's all about, and it gives you a new experience in life that I think is really worth doing. Everyone's done the Rock, the Reef, been to Sydney, etc. They really want to come out and see the heartland of it. We've got dirt roads out here. Our water comes from 100 metres below the ground. We have our own generator systems that run mainly on diesel, solar power. I mean, you're talking a very, very basic, harsh environment. The really good thing about having William Creek as your base is that it's very close to quite a lot of tourist attractions. You can go and have a look at the lake. As we did today, we can go up the top end of the lake and experience the waterways, which I think are just incredible. They're natural waterways, they haven't been altered by man. The other thing is that the bird life out there is incredibly spectacular. There's hundreds of species of birds up there and they're all breeding. It's a very short cycle of time where there is water, and when they do, they're prolific breeders. The amount of ducks, cormorants, swans, storks, terns, etc. They're incredibly prolific, and I think people don't expect that type of thing in the deserts. You've got to remember, you've got a Gibber Desert, you've got the Tiara or Sandy Desert, you've also got the Simpson Desert right around you, and the average rainfall out here is probably around 8 to 10 centimetres, so it's a very arid environment. Luckily enough, being a South Australian national park, it's open to the people, and it's been cared for in pristine condition by the Aboriginal community, and I think it's a fantastic asset for Australia. And I think as word gets out, I think more and more people will actually get out there because it is very, very unique. This is basically around Lake Eyre, and what's really significant about Lake Eyre is it is a huge salt lake, and when it has water in it, it has the effect of actually dissolving the salt away, and it becomes about 9 times saltier than seawater. So the effect of that is most of the time you get a crystal clear effect, and the reflection of it is like looking at a mirror. And over a period of time, as the water becomes more salty or saline, up to about 9 times saltier than seawater, you find it develops plankton in the water, which turns it mauvey pink or a slightly reddish colour. So you'll have this kind of pink lake effect, which is very unique for an area in the desert. The other thing about the area is the fact that we don't normally have a large number of tourists about it. This is much more user-friendly and also very personalised type travel that we try to offer, where people get the experience of actually being in the outback, but at the same time it's a learning experience. We've got a Bronco Branding and camp draft very similar to a rodeo.
And we've got the national championships of that coming up at the end of this month in September. And we expect, where normally for a local event you'd have 15 teams competing, we expect to have 45 teams competing for the national championships. And it'll bring people right through South Australia, southern Queensland, New South Wales, into here for the Bronco Branding.
Cameron's back. Cameron's up on me, sorry. Look, plenty of pain on. Come on, Cameron. You got Look, you're tough. Don't make a mistake, mate. There's mate two out there. You're two wins. Go, Cameron, go. This is the car. We keep saying that. You've got to hustle and drop those seconds. Come on, Coffee Case.
We've got a population of 14, but we're estimating there'll be somewhere between 2,000 and 4,000 people actually coming out here.
To advertise that, we're running a cattle drive from Oodnadatta to here for the month, so that we will draw attention to the fact that we have a major event coming up at the end of the month. The aim after this is to have a Bronco Branding, a local Bronco Branding and camp draft every year in September.
At the end of it, like this cattle drive that they've got going through this year, they'll raise something like, I think it's nearly $100,000 for the Royal Flying Doctor Service. I think you'll have a great time out here. You'll experience a lot of different people. And the other thing is, most people that are coming through here are on holidays, they're very relaxed, they're not at work, they haven't got hypertension, they want to enjoy themselves. As you can hear in the background, there's quite a lot of noise. It's not from people yelling and screaming at each other, it's sitting there communicating and enjoying themselves. And I think a lot of people, instead of going overseas, I think it's great to go overseas, but they should come out here and experience what their real country, or the real country, is all about.